To actually give you an overview of what a film editor does from sort of day one of receiving those rushes, is what they will do is they will create the projects from scratch in whatever system they're working in. I mean, the three most famous ones that are used globally is Avid, Media Composer, Adobe Premiere Pro, and Final Cut Pro X. So whatever platform they're using, whatever tool they're using to edit in, they will take all the footage and they'll begin organizing them and structuring them in bins. And then once they've actually structured it properly, they will then import all those things into a timeline and start to build out the narrative structure. Now, most of the time, this is alongside a director and a producer, someone directly from the set who is there to actually assist the editor to build the structure. And then once we get to that point where we've built something which in the industry we either call an offline or a rough cut, then you move into something which we call a conform. Now, a conform is where we bring all of our video tracks down into one single track. And then what we do is we export something called an XML. Or an EDL. Basically what that is it's a data file that is used by colorists in the industry to basically read your timeline and raw media and see where you've made the cuts or transitions, so that as they grade, they always have a reference to that original rough cut or offline. You know, offline editors will sit with a director and a producer and clients for sometimes, like months, 6-7 months to assemble an offline. And then when an online editor receives it, they get like 4 or 5 days to basically QC the film. So basically what they're looking for there is they're looking for any times where the picture goes black when it wasn't supposed to. The audio's going out of sync. There's something wrong within the frames. The color is wrong. And online editors have many tools within an edit suite that help them measure those things. So they have things like a Tektronic monitor, which basically measures lumosity. So that's color I'm referring to there, to make sure something's not too dark or too bright, because there are certain specifications when you supply final films that you have to meet. And normally when you send files off, here in the UK, we send a lot of commercials off to two companies called Clearcast and Beam. And basically they will QC the film, and if there's any errors reported on it, or if it fails, it then comes back to the online editor to fix those issues. And then once you've done that, depending on what the delivery specs are for whoever you're supplying the films to, you will then master and deliver the files. And commonly it's sort of normally, a ProRes file or something like that.